Controversy in the World Darts semi-finals. A.D. Lewis moaning about a draft, moaning about a breeze. James Wade thinks that's rubbish.
Nie ein Leck verloren. Und immer wenn...
Stromausfall.
Das ist
Stromausfall im Early-Perly.
These are 19 moments when technical failures, bizarre accidents, and complete chaos turned professional darts tournaments into absolute disasters. The list starts with a tournament that didn't just stop a match, it cleared the entire building. During the 2025 European Darts Grand Prix in Sindelfingen, a sudden fire alarm went off inside the Glaspalast arena. What initially sounded like a routine alert quickly escalated into a full evacuation. Players, officials, and thousands of fans were all forced out of the venue while safety procedures were followed. The disruption was so severe that the entire afternoon session was abandoned, turning a major Euro Tour event into a logistical nightmare before a single dart could be thrown.
Been here before with Players' Championships in the past. Dan Dawson, I'm sure we can't go ahead with this.
They'll figure this out. It's evidently the pyros, the smoke machine that's gone off that's set it. It is bizarre that that would be the case because we have never had that issue here in Sindelfingen. So
Adrian Lewis and James Wade were playing their 2012 World Championship semi-final when Alexandra Palace decided to make things interesting. Something felt wrong during the second set and both players stopped throwing to complain. Wind was blowing across the stage, making accurate throwing impossible. They walked off the stage twice while officials tried to work out what was happening. A draft had developed across the oche, later blamed on doors being open in the venue. Wade had been dominating with a 5-1 lead when the disruption began, and after the delays destroyed his rhythm, he completely lost control of the match. Lewis stormed back to win, and the incident became known as Windgate, one of the strangest technical failures in World Championship history. Several years later, Alexandra Palace struck again. Paul Nicholson and Kevin Burness were mid-match at the 2019 World Championship when every light in the venue suddenly went out. The arena was plunged into complete darkness, forcing both players to leave the stage while technicians scrambled to restore power. The match eventually resumed, but the blackout raised serious questions about how one of darts' biggest tournaments could suffer a total electrical failure. The 2025 World Championship semi-final produced a delay nobody saw coming. Chris Dobie and Michael Van Gerwen were between sets when promotional staff began firing t-shirts into the crowd. One launch went badly wrong and struck the spider camera hanging above the stage, damaging it badly enough that technicians needed significant time to repair the system. Both players were left standing around waiting while a piece of broadcast equipment was taken out by promotional merchandise. Alexandra Palace also has a recurring problem that drives players crazy every year: wasps. The venue is surrounded by parkland, and the combination of stage lighting and crowds can wake dormant insects. Adrian Lewis was famously stung during his 2012 first-round match and still recovered from 2-0 down to win. At the 2025/26 World Championship, multiple players had wasps land on them mid-match. Ross Smith had one crawl on his clothing, Sebastian Bialecki played with one sitting on his shoulder, and Ted Everts flicked one away between throws. Jurjen van der Velde came prepared, bringing insect spray onto the stage and spraying himself before facing Danny Noppert. The crowd loved it, although van der Velde later lost the match. A tournament in Wigan in 2024 became infamous when Gerwyn Price simply walked off mid-match. He was trailing Brendan Dolan 4-2 in a best-of-11 when he stopped playing and left the stage, later posting on social media about absolutely pathetic conditions. The PDC confirmed Price believed the venue was too cold. Cold temperatures affect grip and rhythm, but leaving a match unfinished shocked fans and officials alike. Wigan Council later said they had received no formal complaint. Crowd behaviour has also become a genuine problem. During a 2024 Grand Slam match between Mike De Decker and Luke Littler, De Decker was repeatedly disrupted by loud whistling whenever he threw at doubles. He asked the referee to intervene, but play continued. As the whistling intensified, Littler mounted a comeback and won 10-9 after De Decker had been one leg from victory. The incident reignited debate about crowd control at major events. COVID-era tournaments created some surreal situations. With fans banned, the PDC experimented with artificial crowd noise played through speakers. Several players complained that the reactions were mistimed and distracting, proving that even fake crowds could be almost as irritating as real ones. Stage invasions are rare, but the 2017 World Championship final had one. During the match, a man wearing blue foam hands ran onto the stage, grabbed the Sid Waddell trophy and waved it around before security tackled him. He was later identified as Lee Disco Boy Marshall, part of an online prank group, and received a lifetime PDC ban. The 2001 BDO World Championship at Lakeside featured dart's first female streaker. Ted Hankey was leading Sean Greatbatch when a naked woman ran onto the stage. Hankey wanted to continue immediately, but Greatbatch was badly shaken, and play was delayed while security removed her. Greatbatch later admitted the incident completely ruined his concentration during his Lakeside debut. Former pro Wayne Mardle once recalled a BDO event where the stage had been built using stacked beer crates covered with hardboard. While playing Andy Fordham, the structure began shifting underfoot. Gaps opened between panels, and Mardle said he physically moved every time Fordham walked past. The match somehow continued despite the absurd conditions. Even modern PDC events haven't been immune. During the 2016 Premier League, Phil Taylor complained that the stage was uneven and wobbling beneath him. Despite the conditions, he still beat Robert Thornton 7-2, highlighting how players are sometimes forced to perform on substandard setups.
Yeah, thank you. Struggle tonight. The stadium splits. It's all bouncy. Even Joe DeMarcus came like this. I don't know what's underneath, but something's not right. It was all bouncy.
The 2025/26 World Championship produced one of the most shocking meltdowns in recent memory. Cameron Menzies twice led Charlie Manby, but the teenage debutant fought back to win 3-2. After missing match darts, Menzies lost control, punching the water table repeatedly and cutting his hands badly enough to draw blood. Referee Kirk Bevins escorted him off stage, and Menzies later required hospital treatment. He apologised afterward, explaining he had recently lost a close family member. The Darts Regulation Authority reviewed the incident. At the 2018 Grand Slam, Gary Anderson defeated Wesley Harms 10-2, but Harms blamed part of his loss on Anderson repeatedly passing gas during the match. He told Dutch television the smell lingered for days. Anderson denied the accusation, firing back that Harms was responsible for the rotten egg odour instead. The media dubbed the controversy Fartgate, and the truth was never established. During a 2021 Players' Championship event, Raymond van Barneveld suddenly collapsed while marking a match. Paramedics treated him in the arena, and the PDC confirmed he had received medical attention. He did not require hospital treatment and later returned to his hotel to be monitored. The 2026 World Championship final between Luke Littler and Gian Van Veen was interrupted by blood. During an interval, Van Veen injured his finger in the toilet door. When play resumed, a blood mark was noticed on the dartboard, prompting referee George Noble to order a replacement board. Littler later said the delay disrupted both players' rhythm, but he still went on to win 7-1. The 2021 World Championship, played during the height of the pandemic, became historic for the wrong reasons. After opening with limited spectators, the rest of the tournament was held behind closed doors at Alexandra Palace. Players competed in near silence, radically changing the atmosphere of one of sport's most electric events. Referees sometimes step in themselves. During a Grand Slam match between Gerwyn Price and Ricky Evans, referee Hugh Ware stopped calling scores mid-leg and directly addressed the crowd through his microphone, firmly asking them to stop whistling. The intervention caught everyone off guard and was widely praised for restoring order.
Very well at all against Michael Smith. The rest of that match, if was just doing enough, and it was a bit of a scrape and claw.
Power failures, wasps, streakers, Fartgate, wobbly stages, camera damage, and freak injuries. Professional darts has seen disruptions that would sound made up in any other sport. These moments show that even the most professionally run tournaments can unravel in spectacular fashion. The next time a tournament runs smoothly from start to finish, remember just how many things could have gone wrong, but didn't.